Good evening, baseball fans. You're here with Ken on the Ugly Truth. And we are here to call the play-by-play for tonight's Nationals versus the Yankees in Game 2. We're about 5 minutes before game time, so I'm going to go over the lineups real quick. Leading off and playing left field is Wood. Followed out of the 2-hole is going to be shortstop Abrams. Garcia will be hitting in the 3-hole at second base. Bell will be at first base hitting cleanup. Catcher Adams will be hitting fifth. Cruz will be DHing this evening. House will be at third base hitting in the 7-hole. Hassel will be in right field hitting eighth. And Young will be in center field, bringing it up the rear. And on the bump for the Nationals is going to be MacKenzie Gore. For our New York Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt will be leading off playing first base, hitting .285. Aaron Judge will be DHing, hitting out of the 2-hole, hitting .323. Cody Bellinger will be in left field, hitting in the 3-hole, hitting .272 on the season. Giancarlo Stanton will be in right field, hitting out of the cleanup spot, hitting .306. Trent Grisham will be manning center field and is hitting .250. Ahmed Rosario is getting his feet wet at third base, hitting out of the 6-hole, hitting .288. Jazz Chisholm will be hitting out of the 7-hole at second base, hitting .240. Anthony Volpe is back in the lineup. He's playing shortstop, hitting .208. And bringing up the rear is going to be Austin Wells behind the dish, hitting .207. And on the bump for the Yankees this evening is going to be Luis Gil. I want to thank everybody for hopping in the stream. Real Bill, Nancy, and quite a few others that are not chatting right now. I want to thank y'all for taking time to listen to a little bit of baseball here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Be most appreciated. So tell us, how are we feeling about tonight's game? I do not think that it's outside the realm of possibility for the Yankees through this week to go 7-0. I think the best pitcher that we may face from the Nationals is this evening. Well, Bill, Gore doesn't walk a lot of batters. And guess what? This isn't the same team that he faced last year either. So I think that evens it out, sort of. All I know is Gil needs to pitch in front of the batters. He cannot be fighting from behind the count all night long. If he does, then that means it's going to be a short night for him, and we'll have to go rely on the bullpen. For those of you that didn't hear, the Yankees last night after the game was over with sent Yori Delos Santos back down to the minor leagues. He threw a career high 46 pitches in the game and probably was not going to be available for the next few days. However, the corresponding roster move was that Fernando Cruz was returned to the major league roster. The cruiser will be back and available tonight, and I would not be surprised to see if he actually gets into the game. All right, we got Nancy feeling confident after last night's game. Anyone else? Is Volpe's 2 days off going to get him a little bit of rest and see different results here at the game tonight. Volpe's career has been typified by a roller coaster ride. For stints, he can hit the lights out and be a superior fielder. And then he goes through those moments where he couldn't hit water if he was sitting in a boat. We're about a minute or so before game time. Yeah, yeah, Bill. They did sell off some of their players, and we got the benefit of seeing Nate Lau with the Red Sox this past weekend. He didn't damn sure seem like he missed a beat. For those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could like the channel or hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees the Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. If you like play-by-plays, we do them almost every night. Speaking of play-by-play programming notes, tomorrow's game is going to be called on NY Yankee Mania with Joe and Evan. Wednesday's my bowling day, and I don't tend to call games on bowling nights. This is an afternoon game, and I may hop into their stream to give a little bit of a hand, but we shall see how that rolls. And it looks like the Yankees have taken the field. And Gil is throwing his last couple of warm-ups. And Luis Gil will be making his fifth start of the season. He is 1-1. And he's pitching, his ERA is in the fours. He's still working on things, but there have been a couple of games that we have seen the Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil, go. And looking forward to seeing him back. Woods is hitting .259 on the season, 26 home runs, 83 RBIs, and an .831 OPS. And the first pitch is a four-seamer, catches the outside portion of the plate for call, strike one. So the game is underway. And Gil sets, and he brings the next pitch, and it is just a bit inside. Count is even at 1-1. And Gil sets and fires, and he paints the outside corner with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. And Gil sets, fires, and the ball is a line shot at center fielder Trent Grisham, but he makes the play easily for the first out of the inning and the game. So here we go. Coming up to bat is DJ Abrams. He's hitting .263 on the season, 17 home runs. And the ball is hit into right field. And Stanton takes a nice carom, or plays a nice carom. So he holds Abrams to a single. So once again, Big G is out in the field. And Heel fires a shot to Goldie to try to pick off Abrams, but he is back standing up. Garcia is hitting .267 on the season, 11 home runs, 54 RBIs, and a 721 OPS. And Heel sets. Pitch is up and away. Count is 1-0. Yeah, that was like a racquetball kill shot, Bill. Came right to him. And Heel sets and fires, and the pitch is waved at. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. And you can hear roll call being played. And the pitch is a four-seamer off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Heel sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. Count is evened at deuce. And for all of you hopping in the stream, if you could, hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the pitch is on the way, and Abrams swings and misses for strike three. So that is the second out of the inning. Hey, SGA, how are you? Nice movement on that pitch. Coming up to bat is Josh Bell, the journeyman. And Heel sets. And he fires, and the pitch is a changeup that catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Bell is hitting .227 on the season, 16 home runs, 45 RBIs, and a 710 OPS. And wow. Heel locks up and fires a fastball way out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. All right, Heel. Let's get it under control, brother. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is hit down the left field line. And Rosario is on top of the tarp, but it just goes over the netting. Count is 1-2. All right, let's see. SGA is doing the Giants versus the Cubs pregame and play-by-play and postgame show. And when are you doing this? And Heel sets and makes a pickoff attempt on Abrams, but Abrams is back in head first. What time Eastern? Heel sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off as Abrams had taken off and was heading to second. That's 9:25 Eastern Standard Time. And Heel sets. And he fires, and the changeup is just a bit high. Count is now evened at deuce. And Heel sets and makes another pickoff attempt. So that is the second pickoff attempt. So if Heel goes over again, it does not get him out, then that'll be a balk and he'll automatically be awarded second base. But more likely, he's going to take off at first movement. And the pitch is up high. And He goes back to first, pickoff attempt from Wells, and he is just back in time. But the count is going to be 3-2 on Bell. I don't know. I think they might challenge that. He might have gotten him. He's out. He is freaking out. I know that the Yankees are challenging this one. And the play is under review, and this should be a short one because Goldie slapped the tag on him just before he got his hand in there. So while we're waiting, for those of you that haven't, and it's been confirmed that the Yankees are walking off the field because they've seen it on the screen. And the call is overturned and the runner is out. So that does it for the Nationals in the first inning. As we head to the bottom of the first, the Nationals have no runs on one hit, and the Yankees had no errors tonight. So that's a heads-up play by Wells to shotgun the ball down to first and Goldie. If you're just hopping in the stream, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And right now we're going to head to the active Major League scoreboard. In the top of the fourth, the Red Sox lead the Orioles 2-0. In the middle of the third, the Guardians have the Rays 3-0. In the top of the third, the Braves and the Marlins are locked up at 1 apiece. In the top of the first, the Jays and the Twins are even at 0-0. Same thing with the Phillies and the Mets. And as we head to the bottom of the first, score is 0-0 here in the Yankees game. MacKenzie Gore is having his 27th start of the game. He is 5-12 with a 4.26 ERA. Since the All-Star break, Gore has had a 7.78 ERA, so that could bode well for the Yankees. And stepping up to the plate is Paul Goldschmidt, hitting .285 with 10 home runs, 42 RBIs, and a 768 OPS. Goldie's hitting left-handed hitting at a .405 clip this season. And the first pitch is on the way, and it catches the inside corner for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Gore sets. Next pitch is on the way, and that is inside for ball one. Count is even at 1-1. Gore sets and he fires, and the curveball is inside and low. Count is now 2-1. Gore sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is now 3-1 on Goldie. And the pitch is hit to Abrams. He feels it and shoots it to Bell to record the first out of the inning. So coming up to bat is the captain. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. Judge is hitting. And the first pitch from Gore is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball inside. And Gore sets, fires, and the four-seamer paints the inside corner. Count is evened at 1-1. And it's time for the captain to get back on track. Gore sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2. And in traditional two-strike fashion, Judge takes time out, picks up a rock, and flips it to the side. Getting ready to do a little bit of concentrated hitting. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball outside and high. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is hammered to the third baseman. House feels it and shoots it across the diamond to Bell to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's hitting .272 on the season, 24 home runs, 78 RBIs, and an .813 OPS. And Gore sets, and the first pitch is a slider in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on Bellinger. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and Belly fouls this one off. Weak tap. Count is 0-2. Bellinger is one of the few players in Major League Baseball that actually has a two-strike approach. He will choke up on the bat and try to punch it into left field. And Gore sets and fires, and this one is guide to left field. Wood is coming on, and this is going to drop in and bounce into the stand. So that is going to be a ground rule double. I think Wood thought it was going out of bounds. And that one just hit on our side of the foul line. So Bellinger is going to have that stand-up double. Didn't even have to run hard. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton takes a huge rip at that cutter. Count is 0-1. And Gore sets. Pitch is hammered foul, straight back. Count is 0-2. Stanton is hitting .306 on the season, 16 home runs, 41 RBIs, and a .1021 OPS. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is a towering fly ball to center field. Young is charging on it, and he is going to make the play very easily. for the third out. So the Yankees are not able to cash in with a runner in scoring position. Coming up to bat in the top of the second is going to be Bell, Adams, and Cruz. SJ, who are you talking about as far as diehard fan? And for those of you that are here, I want to thank you for taking time to listen to a little bit of baseball here on NY Yankee or Yankees The Ugly Truth. Programming notes: post-game show is going to be held on NY Yankee Mania with Joe, possibly Evan and George. Tomorrow they will be calling Game 3 play-by-play for the Nationals versus the Yankees, hopefully going for the sweep. And I will be back on Thursday. Yeah, Dennis, he's supposed to be calling a play-by-play tonight of the Giants and the Cubs. And heel sets, and the first pitch is hit, a one-hopper to Volpe. Volpe fields it cleanly and fires it to Goldie for the first out of the inning. One pitch and one out. Coming up to bat is Adams. Heel sets and fires, and he paints the outside corner with a beautiful freaking four-seamer, running at about 96 miles an hour. Count is 0-1. Heel sets and fires, and the pitch is a lawn dart in the dirt. Count is even at 1-1. Adams is hitting .208 on the season, 8 home runs, 22 RBIs, and a .635 OPS. And heel sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And heel sets, and the pitch is pop foul. Goldie and Wells are tracking it, and that's going to hit the top of the dugout. Count is going to remain 1-2. And heel sets. Pitch is on the way, and wow. That was definitely in the strike zone, but it is called ball 2. And heel sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is now full. We're in the top of the second. The score is 0-0. There's one out with no runners on and a full count on Adams. And Gil sets and he brings the pitch, and that one is just up high. That is ball 4. So Riley strips his gear off and heads to first base. Coming up to bat is Dylan Cruz. He's hitting 199 on the season, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a 625 OPS. And Gil sets. Four-seamer is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Key for Gil's success is to pitch in front of the hitters, not be trailing and be forced to bring a fastball down the gut. Gil sets and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Cruz is out of the box. And Gil sets. And the pitch is a towering pop-up. Jazz is tracking it. He is in shallow right and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Brady House is coming up to bat. He's hitting .242 on the season, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs, and a .580 OPS. And the first pitch is popped up to the infield. Rosario is calling for it, and he makes the play on the infield for the third out of the inning. And that is a quiet second inning for Gil. He is 29 pitches deep in the ball game, so he is right on track for pitching 6 to 7 innings. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the second is going to be Trent Grisham, Ahmed Rosario, and Jazz Chisholm. 5, 6, and 7. And for those of you that are here, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. You're absolutely correct, Bill. Cannot be nibbling. He has to go at these hitters. I don't think that they can actually match up with his velocity. And Gore sets. And the first pitch is a fastball that paints the outside portion of the plate. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Grisham is hitting .250 on the season with 25 home runs, 50 RBIs, and a 782 OPS. And Gore sets, and he fires, and the fastball is way off the plate. Count is 1-2. Gore is 20 pitches deep into the game. And Gore sets and fires, and the curveball is down in the dirt. Count is now evened at 2-2. And Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Gore sets, pitch is on the way, and this one is pop up to shallow right, and Garcia is tracking it, and he makes the play for the first out of the game or inning. Coming up to bat is the third baseman, Ahmed Rosario. Rosario is a very good hitter against left-handed pitchers, and should do well tonight. And Gore sets and bounces a fastball on the outside of the plate. Count is 1-0. Gore sets, and the pitch is on the way, and Rosario fouls that one off. Count is now evened at 1-1. Rosario is hitting .288 on the season, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a 767 OPS. Gore sets, and the pitch is hit weakly to the third baseman, who fires it across the diamond to Bell to record the second out of the inning. He hit that one off the fist. It was weak contact. And Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. He's hitting .240 on the season, 25 home runs, 64 RBIs, and an 813 OPS. And the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. 96 mile an hour fastball. And Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is wow. It's a slider that's off the plate for call, strike one. Once Jazz gets in that mode, Lord knows what's going to happen. That was completely off the plate. And the pitch is in there, and Jazz hits a towering fly ball, just foul. Count is 1-2 on Jazz. And Gore sets, and he fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-2, deuce. No, John, no connection issue so far. And the pitch is on the way, and it is hit sharply to Garcia. Garcia fills it cleanly and throws it to Bell to record the third out of the inning. So that was 1-2-3 for the Gore. Coming up to bat in the top of three is going to be Hassel, Young, and Wood. 8, 9, and 1. Hey, Just, how you doing? Everyone just hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing, especially if you like play-by-plays and open panels. We had one today. And I dropped a video just the other day for the fans to consider and respond back to. And let's see. The current scoreboard has the Red Sox leading the Orioles in the bottom of the fifth, 2-0. Headed to the top of the fifth, the Guardians are leading the Rays, 3-0. In the bottom of the fourth, the Braves are leading the Marlins 2-1. No score in our game. In the bottom of the second, the Blue Jays lead the Twins 2-0. In the bottom of the second, the Phillies and Mets are locked up at donuts. And those are your active games at this particular moment. So our friends are not giving us any help so far. Let's go Orioles, who I never root for. Let's go Rays, who I less than never root for. And let's go Twinkies. Hey, Sean Browning, welcome to the stream. And I'll give you a Deo just for Sean. And the first pitch to Hassel is drilled into center field. Grisham is tracking it, and that is going to be off the wall. Hassel is cruising into second for a stand-up double. Yeah, that was a four-seamer up in the strike zone. And Young is up to bat. Heel sets, and he fires, and the pitch is way out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Young is hitting .231 on the season, 1 home run, 24 RBIs, and a .583 OPS. And heel sets. And the pitch is inside. Count is 2-0. And heel sets, and he fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 2-1. Yeah, the Twinkies are falling apart, but I could hope for lightning to strike in the bottle every once in a while. And heel sets, and the pitch is hit to Jazz. Jazz dives and catches the play. He tries to flip it to Volpe, but does not complete the double play. So that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Wood. He's 0 for 1 on the night. And the first pitch is a slider in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And he sets and fires, and the changeup is just off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is popped foul. Count is 1-2. Cat's awfully quiet. Head heel sets, it fires it. He spikes a slider in the dirt. Count is now even at deuce. And heel sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is foul down the left field line. Bellinger is giving a chase, but it is going to make the stands. And the count is going to remain deuce. And heel sets. Checks on the runner at second. And he fires, and the 2-2 is a four-seamer just inside. Count is now 3-2. And heel sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. As we head to the eighth pitch of the at-bat, it is still 3-2. And heel sets. And he fires, and the pitch is a slider down low for ball 4. So the Nationals are going to have runners at first and second with one out. Heel is now at 42 pitches. Abrams is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 1 on the night with a single in the first inning, but he was picked off by Wells. And heel checks on the runner at second, sets and fires, and the pitch is looped into left field. Bellinger fills it, and they are sending the runner home. And the runner is going to score. Looks like the Yankees got caught sleeping on that one. Bellinger didn't get the ball in quickly, and Hassel put the gears in gear, and he just kept. So the Nationals take a 1-0 lead on the Yankees. And coming up to bat is Luis Garcia. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the first. And the first pitch is a slider in the dirt. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And heel sets, and he fires, and the pitch paints. Well, it doesn't paint it. It's pretty close. And he gets the call, strike 2. Count is 1-2. Hey, Bryce and D-Train. And the pitch is guide to right field. Stanton makes the play, and he fires the ball into third base. That's going to hold the runners at first and second. Now there are 2 outs. Bell is coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out in the second inning. Gil checks on the runner at second. And he sets and fires, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Beautiful pitch. Bell couldn't do anything with that if he wanted to. And Gil checks on the runner once again. He sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Bell takes time out. And Gil sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 0-2. For those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could, hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Gil sets and fires, and Bell is able to check his swing. Count is now 1-2. And Gil sets. And he just balked. So runners are going to advance to second and third with 2 outs. I think Wells did something to distract him. And the pitch is lifted to left field. Bellinger is drifting, and he makes the play for the 3rd out, so the balk does not hurt the Yankees. The Nationals do happen to get on the board scoring 1, and as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and Paul Goldschmidt, 8, 9, and 1. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and subscribe if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. Yeah, I said the same thing, Bill. Wells did something that caused Hill to stop. That was not too great a play on the catcher's behalf. And it looks like Bellinger's getting a lecture by Boone in the dugout. And Volpe is up to bat. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate, but holy shit, it's called strike one. And Gore sets and he fires, and Volpe fouls this one straight back to the backstop. Volpe's hitting 208 on the season. He has 18 home runs, 65 RBIs, and a 675 OPS. Gore sets, and the pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Count is 1-2. He pitches on the way, and Volpe swings over the top of a changeup. Or that might have been a curveball. All right, Bill. Safe travels, brother. And we look forward to seeing you when you get back. And the first pitch into Wells is swung on and missed. Little lollipop slider. Wells is hitting 207 on the season, 17 home runs, 58 RBIs, and a 679 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and another slider that Wells swings on and misses. Count is 0-2. On deck is Paul Goldschmidt. Gore sets and he fires, and the pitch is a slider down low this time. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is hit foul down the left side. And that is going to make the seats. Count remains at 1-2. Hey, Jacob, how you doing, brother? Gore sets and he fires, and Wells swings at a pitch out of the strike zone for strike three and the second out of the inning and second strikeout of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1 in the first with a ground out. For those of you hopping in the stream, if you could, hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch is a curveball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Gore sets and fires, and the changeup is down low and away. Count is evened out 1-1. Gore sets and fires, and the cutter is way inside. Count is down 2-1. Well, Dennis, that's a nice thought. We don't have a right-handed hitting catcher. And the ball is driven into right center. It is going to split the outfield. And Paul is going to be in there with a stand-up double. So that is a nice 2-out double. The two catchers that we have down in AAA, only one of them is on the 40-man roster, and that's J.C. Escara. And they are both left-handed hitters. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. And the first pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Ed Gore sets. And the pitch is up at Ed. The ball, what? Count is even at 1-1. Judge is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out in the first. He hammered the ball to the third baseman. And Gore sets. He checks on the runner at second and fires. The changeup is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a cutter that Judge swings over the top of. Count is now evened at 2-2. Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped down the third base line. Count is going to remain 2-2. Judge steps out of the box, has adjusted some batting glove straps. No rock this time. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is now full on the captain, 3-2. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a cutter inside. That is ball 4 on the captain, and he is stripping his gear, heading to first base. Cody Bellinger is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 1 on the night with a double. Ground rule double, that is. And Gore sets, and he fires, and the fastball is way off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is now 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Curveball was never in the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And it looks like Belly is calling timeout. And the pitch is on the way, and Belly fouls this one off. Count is even at 2-2. And Gore sets. And the 2-2 is a fastball way down low. Count is now full, 3-2. And with 3-2 and a 2-out count, as soon as the pitch is on the way, Judge and Goldie will be released. And the pitch is on the way, and that is tap foul. And we're going to reset and do it again. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing, especially if you like play-by-plays, open panels, and challenging questions in the form of videos. And Gore sets and fires, and he almost clips Bellinger in the head. That is going to be ball 4. And the bases are now juiced full of Yankees with 2 outs. And stepping up to the plate is big Giancarlo Stanton. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a flyout in the first. So what is Stanton going to do? Is he going to come through his captain clutch and drive in a couple of runs? So we have Bellinger at first, Judge at second, and Goldie at third. And Gore sets. And the first pitch is on the way. And it is a fastball up high for ball 1. Count is 1-0. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 2-0. Now Stanton is in the driver's seat. Gore's got to come to him. And Gore sets, and the pitch is hammered foul. Stanton was trying to make it a 4-1 game in one shot. Count is 2-1. And Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is way inside. Count is now 3-1 on Stanton. Nowhere to put him. So Gore's got to come after him. And the 3-1 is fouled straight back. He hammered that one. And the count is 3-2. Runners are going to be off. And Gore sets. And the payoff pitch is hammered. This one is going, and it is off the wall. All 3 runs are going to score. And Big G has a freaking bases clearing double. So the Yankees are now up 3-1. That was a lollipop breaking ball that was a cement mixer right down the heart of Broadway. And there, it's a miracle that that ball didn't get out of the park. And it looks like they have a mound visit going on. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Yeah, looking at the replay, Stanton hammered that one off the handle. And coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. 4 sets and fires, and the first pitch is low and away. Count is 1-0. Grisham is 0 for 1 on the game with a pop out in the second. Gore sets and fires, and wow, pitch is off the plate, but it is called strike one. ABS, where are you at when we need you? Count is 1-1. And Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Should be 3-1, 3-0. And Gore sets, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. And Gore sets and fires, and the ball is hit right back at him. He's going to do an underhand flip to Bell to record the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees score 3 runs with a bases clearing double from Giancarlo Stanton. So as we head to the top of 4, the Yankees have a 3-1 lead. Coming up to bat for the Nationals is Adams, Cruz, and House. And we're going to go look at the scoreboard. And let's see. At the end of 7, Red Sox lead the O's 2-0. Bottom of 7, the Guardians lead the Rays 3-0. Going to the bottom of the 6th, the Braves lead the Marlins 2-1. As you know, in our game, the Yankees lead the Nationals 3-1. Heading to the bottom of 4, the Blue Jays lead the Twins 3-0. Bottom of 4, the Mets and Phillies were locked up at Donuts. And in the bottom of the 3rd, the White Sox are leading the Royals 1-0. In the bottom of the 2nd, the Brewers lead the Diamondbacks 1-0. In the top of the 2nd, the Cardinals are trailing the Pirates 5-0. In the top of the 1st, the Angels and Rangers are at Donuts. Same thing with the Rockies and the Astros. And those are your active games tonight. The bases were loaded. Bases were loaded with Judge, Bellinger, and Goldschmidt. Stanton lined a double off the wall, and all 3 runs scored. How would I handle arbitration with Volpe? And Heel sets and fires, and the first pitch paints the outside corner. Call strike 1. Well, I don't believe that Volpe is going anywhere this year. So I think that he will get a slight pay raise. And the pitch is hit foul. Count is 0-2. Riley is 0 for 0 on the day. He had a walk in his first appearance. And Heel sets and fires, and count is going to remain 0-2. And the pitch is bounced in the dirt. Count is 1-2. I think they're looking at adjusting it, John, to 3 challenges: hitter and pitcher/catcher. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for a strikeout. And that is Hill's second strikeout of the night. Well, honestly, if it was me, I'd be looking at packaging Wells and possibly Volpe in a package to move on. And the pitch is in there for call, strike one. And Dominguez isn't safe either. So, and Hill sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. All right, Luis, do not go trying to paint corners. Go after this guy. And Hill sets, and he fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Come on, dude. After the hitter. You can't catch up with your fastball. Shoot the damn thing up and in. Hill sets and fires. Another changeup is off the plate. Now we're nibbling once again. Hill is at 61 pitches in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch is just off the plate. Count is now 3-2. So we went from 0-2 to 3-2 because we're nibbling. Go after the damn hitters. And Hill sets, fires, and the pitch is up and in for ball four. So we went from 0-2 to 4-2. Spectacular. Do I think that Jones from John, do I think that Jones will be called up in September? I do. And Hill sets and fires, and wow. He paints the outside corner for ball one. Should have been a strike. And House is 0 for 1 on the day with a pop up in the second. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hit foul. I think that Jones is going to play left field. And I think you're going to see Dominguez's at bats significantly drop. And Hill sets, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And Hill sets. And he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That is the third strikeout for Hill. Coming up to bat is Hassel, 1 for 1 on the night with a double and the lone run scored by the Nationals. And the pitch is in there for call, strike one. Am I moving Bellinger to first? Hell no. I'm not moving Bellinger whatsoever. I'm going to try to extend him. If he chooses to opt out and leave, I'm bringing Grisham back. And the pitch is just down low. Count is 1-1. I think that TJ Rumsfeld, our first baseman down there at Scranton, who is actually a first baseman, been a first baseman his entire career, is ready to come up to the major leagues, and he's hitting well down there. So I would give him a shot. And the pitch is a changeup off the plate. Count is now 2-1. If you're just joining the game, the Yankees are leading the Nationals 3-1. There are 2 outs with a runner at first base, and the count is 2-1 on Hassel. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is way outside. Once again, starting to nibble. Count is now 3-1. Hey, Lenny, welcome to the stream. And Heel sets. And he fires. And the pitch is way inside for ball 4. So Heel issues his 4th walk of the night. The Nationals have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the trainer and Boone are heading out to the mound. That is not a good thing. So Heel basically told the trainer and the manager to get the hell off his mound. And Jacob Young is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night. Let's go Yankees. So there are runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Young is coming up to bat. And Heel sets. And he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 0-1. And Heel sets. And he steps off to chase the runner back to second. And Heel sets. And he fires, and the pitch is fouled off of Wells. Count is 0-2. All right, Heel. Go after this guy. Fastball up, in. Fastball above the hands, in. And Heel sets, checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Gee, fastball up and in. Go figure. So that is going to be Heel striking out the side, and that is Heel's 4th strikeout of the night. If you're just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Honestly, D-Train, pitchers of today's era are brought up a lot differently than mine. These guys throw fastballs at incredible rates with little to no control, and hence that's why they're afraid to pitch inside. I'm an era pitcher of Roger Clemens, who wouldn't hesitate to throw inside and knock a person off the plate or down. I call these guys candy asses. Pitchers of nowadays seem to like to dibble at the outside of the plate. Very few power pitchers out there. Lenny, I just have the gut feeling that Judge is still hurt. And Rosario is up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. And the first pitch from Gore is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0 and 1. Gore sets, and the pitch is on the way. It is way up high. Count is even at 1 and 1. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1 and 2. Rosario is back in the box. Pitch is on the way. And this one is chopped to the third baseman. House bounce passes one to Bell to retire Rosario. That is the first out of the inning, and Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. Rosario was sniffing that one out. And the first pitch is a slider that is swung on and missed. Count is 0 and 1. Jazz grounded out in the second. He's 0 for 1 on the night. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz chops it to Garcia once again, who flips it to Bell for the second out. Well, I don't think that we need to sit Judge. He's not going to get any better setting him. I think that we need to put Judge on the IL and bring up Spencer Jones. Volpe is up to bat, and Gore sets and fires, and wow, that pitch was off the plate, a curveball. Call strike one. And Gore sets, pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1 and 1. And Gore sets, and the pitch is on the way, and that is out of the strike zone. Count is 2 and 1. And Gore sets, and the pitch is a high fly ball to right center field. And it looks like Hassel is tracking it, and he's going to make the catch for the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3, and we're heading to the top of the fifth. Coming up to bat for the Nationals is Wood, Abrams, and Garcia. All right, D-Train, if you don't think Jones is coming up this season, who are they calling up in a week? September call-ups. In my opinion, the only thing holding Jones off the roster was the 130 at-bats to flush his first year of pre-arb down the toilet. At this point, there's no way that Jones is going to have 130 at-bats if he was to come up today. If he played every game, which most likely he won't, and he had 4 at-bats, he would come up with like 120, 22 at-bats. I mean, if we're marching Stanton out there, who is definitely a defensive liability in right field. And the first pitch is on the way from Hill, and it is swung on and missed. Nice slider that caught the inside corner. Count is 0-1. And Hill sets. Next pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered into right field. Stanton is chasing it. He feels it, and Wood is going for second, and the throw is not in time. So my proof with Stanton, he just doesn't have the legs to play in the outfield, and damn near everything that's not hit directly at him is a double or a triple. And Hill sets, and the first pitch is a slider that breaks inside. Count is 1-0. Abrams is 2 for 2 on the night with 2 singles and an RBI. And Hill sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. And it looks like Fernando Cruz is warming up in the bullpen. Hill sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2. Go after this guy. Do not nibble. And Hill sets, and he fires, and the pitch is popped at the shallow center. And Grisham is calling everyone off, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Garcia is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a flyout. And the first pitch is up high. Ball 1. Count is 1-0. Hill sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And the next pitch is off the plate. Count is 3-0. Hill sets and fires and paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 3-1. Hey, Celia, welcome to the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And Hill sets, and he fires, and the pitch paints the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is now 3-2. And Hill sets. Go after this guy, brother. Go after him. And he fires the pitch, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is Hill's 5th strikeout of the night. And Bell is up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner For call, strike one. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, so he was getting a little bit of go-go juice on that pitch. Heel sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Heel sets and he fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. And Hill sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled down the third base line. It's going to make the stands. Well, if we put Judge on the IL, you don't have 5 outfielders. I don't think Dominguez sees the field. And the 1-2 is lined into left field. Bellinger charges it, and they're sending him home. And Bellinger has an outstanding throw, and he is gunning the runner at the plate. So that's a little bit of redemption from Cody's lackadaisical play. Wood is out probably half a foot, not even a challenge. Great play by Cody. Coming up in the bottom of the fifth is going to be Austin Wells and Paul Goldschmidt and Aaron Judge. So, how are we feeling about the game so far? I think it's time for us to put the gas on the foot on the pedal and bury these guys and be done with it. Yeah, Sean, you've been a Ruocco fan for a while. I don't really like him either. For those of you hopping in the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Well, honestly, D-Train, Judge has not been able to make the throw from right field to second base. And the first pitch to Wells is hit foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is hit foul. Count is now 0-2. Wells is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the third. And the pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-2. Gore is at 83 pitches on the game. And the next pitch is a lawn dart slider. Count is now even at 2-2. And Gore sets, and he fires, and the pitch is hammered foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Gore sets and fires, and the wow. One went our way because Wells should have got punched out on that one. However, they called it ball 3. Count is now full. And the pitch is grounded to Garcia. Fills it cleanly and shoots it to Bell for the first out of the inning. And it looks like Fernando Cruz will be coming in the top of the 6th. Paul Goldschmidt is up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a double in the 3rd inning and a run scored. Gore sets and he fires and he paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered foul. Count is 0-2. And Gore sets, and Goldie fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the captain is on deck. There is 1 out with nobody on. The Yankees have a 3-1 lead on the Nationals. Gore sets and fires, and Goldschmidt is battling. He fouls that one off. And Gore sets and fires, and Goldie taps that one foul. Count is still 0-2 as we head to the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Gore's pitch count is now at 91. And Gore sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball down low. Count is now 1-2. Hey, Jose, how you doing? If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, and the pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. Goldie is getting this guy's pitch count up. I doubt we'll see him in the 6th. And Gore sets, and the pitch is a shallow bloop. And Garcia is backing up, and he's going to make the play for the 2nd out. Coming up to bat is the captain. If you're just joining the stream, the Yankees lead the Nationals 3-1. There are 2 outs with no runners on. Aaron Judge is up to bat. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. And he is 0 for 1 with a walk. The first pitch is a curveball that he swings over the top of. Count is 0-1. Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is a 4-seamer way up. Count is 1-1. Gore sets and fires, and the pitch is hit foul down the right field line. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is way out of the strike zone. Count is even at deuce. And Gore is heading to his 99th pitch of the game. And the pitch is on the way, and wow. Wow. Judges punched out on call strike 3 on a ball that is definitely low and out of the zone. And that does it for the Yankees in the bottom of the 5th. Coming up for the Nationals in the top of the 6th is Adams, Cruz, and House. Yep. Been talking about that for a couple of weeks now, Jose. And let's see. We're going to go around the league, the scoreboard. And the Red Sox lead the Orioles 3-0 in the top of the 9th. The Guardians have beaten the Rays 3-0. The Braves and Marlins are locked up at 2-2 in the top of the 8th. As you know, this game, the Yankees lead the Nationals 3-1, heading to the 6th. In the top of the 6th, the Blue Jays lead the Twins 4-2. In the bottom of the 5th, the Phillies have jumped on top of the Mets and lead 2-0. In the bottom of the 6th, the White Sox are leading the Royals. In the bottom of the 3rd, the Brewers are leading the Diamondbacks 6-0. In the top of the 4th, the Pirates are clubbing the Cardinals 8-0. In the bottom of the 2nd, the Rangers are leading the Angels 3-0. Astros are leading the Rockies 1-0, top of 3. And those are your active games right now. For those of you who haven't heard, Nathan Eovaldi has a rotator cuff strain. And the first pitch from Cruz is a fastball up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Nathan Eovaldi has a rotator cuff strain, and he will be out for the rest of the year. And Adams hits a base hit to right field, right in front of Stanton. He fires the ball in. So Adams leads the game off with a single. And Cruz sets and he fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Cruz, oh my God, he nails Cruz. Now the Nationals have runners at first and second with nobody out. And House is coming up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. Ted Cruz sets. And he fires, and the pitch is in there for call. Strike one. And Cruz sets, and he fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And it looks like Tim Hill is warming up in the bullpen. Ted Cruz sets, and he fires, and the sinker is swung on and missed for call. Strike three. And that is the first out of the inning. And that is Cruz's first strikeout coming off the IL. So welcome back. Prior to Cruz going on the IL, he was leading relievers in strikeouts. And the first pitch is a splitter in there for ball one. Hassel is 1-for-1 with a double and a walk and a run scored this evening. And Cruz sets, and he fires, and the splitter is waved at. Call, strike one. Count is even at 1-1. And Cruz sets, and the ball is butted to third base. Rosario is going to sit on it. So now the bases are juiced with Nationals and one out. Jacob Young is coming up to bat. He has 0-for-2 on the night with a strikeout and a lineout. So it looks like they're playing the corner infielders in. Shortstop and second in normal double play depth. And the first pitch is a slider that bounces in front of the plate. Count is 1-0. And Cruz sets and fires, and the fastball is up high. Count is now 2-0. And Cruz sets and fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is now 2-1. Celia, what does SMH mean? And the pitch is fouled off. Count is now 2-2. And Young takes timeout. Ted Cruz sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. The Young took a ridiculous wave at that pitch. And it looks like Booney is coming out to the mound. Looks like Tim Hill is coming into the game. All right. Anybody who's a texter, tell me what SHM or MH means. Oh, shaking my head. All right. Gotcha. If you're just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch to Hill is swung on and missed. My feelings about the Cruz outing. I'm fine with it. He's just coming back from the IL. Hill sets and fires and he paints. Oh my God. Paints the top of the strike zone, but it is not called a strike. Count is 1-1. Woods is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk and a double. And the pitch is inside. Now it's 2-1. Should be 1-2. Understood, Lenny. And Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is now 2-2. And Hill sets. And the pitch is out of the way, and it is just inside. Count is now full 3-2. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, the Yankees lead the Nationals 3-1. Nationals have the bases loaded. And the pitch is hit to Rosario. Rosario fires it across the diamond, bounce passes it to Goldschmidt for the third out of the inning to end the inning. And that does it for the Nationals. They avoid the threat. And as we head to the bottom of 6, Bellinger, Stanton, and Grisham coming up to bat. Understood. Now it is time to tack some runs on. Well, we're going to end up facing a different pitcher because Gore is not coming out. I think he was at 100 pitches in the 5th when it was all said and done. Dennis, it's like the NBA. They do time management for basketball players, and they have completely changed the game. In my standard, I anticipate that a starter is going to get 18 outs for me, 6 innings at a minimum. And it looks like Orlando Ribalta is coming in to replace MacKenzie Gore. Hell, Dennis, when I was throwing, pitchers would throw 140, 150 pitches regularly. Ribalta has a 5.51 ERA. Opponents are hitting 238 against him. Got 16 innings pitched. And Belly takes time out right off the bat. Cruz is fired up. And the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Ribalta sets and fires, and the pitch is just a bit low. Count is even at 1-1. All right, Cody, time to do a little bit of your magic. Solid base hit, brother. And Ribalta sets, and the pitch is cued down the third base line. And Belly is going to beat that out for an infield hit. House did a smart thing by sitting on the ball because there's no way he was getting Belly. I agree, Lenny. And Stanton is up to bat. And the first pitch is a sinker inside for ball one. And Ribalta sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Oh, my God. Stanton took a hellacious chop at that one. Count is even at 1-1. And Ribalta sets, and Bellinger takes off, but the ball is chopped foul. Count is now 1-2 on Giancarlo. Ribalta sets, and he fires, and the change is in the dirt. Count is even at 2-2. And Ribalta sets. And he fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is now full 3-2 on Big G. And Grishbaum is up. Oh my God. This one is going, and gone. Long gone. And that is a 2-run bomb for Giancarlo Stanton. So he has driven in all 5 runs tonight. That left his bat at 112.7 miles an hour and traveled 451 feet. Yankees jump out to a 5-1 lead. And the first pitch to Grisham is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Stanton's double in the third inning would have left 20 baseball parks in the major leagues. And the pitch is a slider down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Grisham is 0 for 2 on the night. Time for him to get on with the team and start hitting. And the pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is now 2-1. Hey, Real Bill. Welcome back. And the fastball is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is on the way and in the dirt. That is ball 4 on Grisham as he strips his gear and he heads to first base. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. And it looks like Ryan McMahon is coming in to pitch hit for Ahmed Rosario. Rebalta didn't even turn to look at Stanton's hit. He knew that shit was gone. And Rebalta sets. And the first pitch is down low for ball 1. Count is 1-0. McMahon is hitting .216 on the season, 17 home runs, 43 RBIs, and a .699 OPS. Rebalta sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is even at 1-1. And Rebalta sets, it fires, and he paints the outside corner. 96 mile an hour fastball. Count is 1-2. And Rebalta sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. I would not be surprised if they put Caballero out in right field. I would have thought that they would have waited to pinch hit McMahon and send Rosario out to right field, put Caballero in at third, or McMahon in at third. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul. So as we head to the sixth pitch of the at-bat, the count is still 1-2. There is a runner at first with nobody out. And the pitch is fouled off. So as we head to the seventh pitch at the at-bat. The count is going to remain 1-2. And Ribalto sets, and he fires a sinker way outside. Count is now evened at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings at a pitch off the plate. He goes down on strikes. That is the first out of the inning. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could, hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch from DeBalto bounces in front of the plate. Count is 1-0 on Jazz. And the 1-0 is hit hard into right field. That is a base hit. Grisham is going to go to second. That is Jazz's first hit of the night. Hey, Cold Italian Pizza, what are you doing? Stanton is definitely locked in. And coming up to bat is going to be Anthony Volpe. And the first pitch is a slider down low for ball one. Volpe is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a flyout. Pitch is on the way, and Volpe hits a flyer to left field, but Wood is going to make the play, and that is the second out of the inning. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Austin Wells is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a strikeout. And the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 1-0. And Ribalta sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And Ribalta sets. And the pitch is way off the plate. Count is now 3-0. And Goldie is on deck. And the pitch paints the outside corner. Count is now 3-1 on Wells. And Ribalto sets, and the pitch is way off the plate for ball 4. So the bases are now once again juiced full of Yankees. There are 2 outs, and Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. Goldie is 1 for 3 on the night with a double and a run scored. And Ribalto sets, and ball is hammered down the left field line, but foul. Count is 0-1. For those of you just hopping in the stream, the Yankees have a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the sixth. Bases are juice full of Yankees. There are 2 outs, and Paul Goldschmidt is up to bat. And Ribalto sets. Pitch is on the way, and Goldie swings over the top of a sinker. Count is 0-2. Letty, they have sat him the last 2 days. And Ribalto sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is down 1-2. And Ribalto sets. And the pitch is a fly ball to shallow left. Wood is coming on, and he makes the play to end the inning, but not before Giancarlo Stanton hits a 2-run blast to give the Yankees a 5-1 lead. As we head to the seventh, top of the seventh, Abrams, Garcia, and Bell are coming up to bat. Is Tim Hill going to stay in? And for those of you that are just hopping in the stream, if you could hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Yeah, Sean, he hit that damn ball 451 feet. And let's go over the scoreboard. As you know, the Red Sox beat the Orioles 5-0. Guardians beat the Rays 3-0. In the top of the ninth, the Braves now lead the Marlins 6-2. And as you know, heading into the seventh, the Yankees lead the Nationals 5-1. The Twins have closed the gap, and they're in the bottom of the seventh, and the Blue Jays lead them 4-3. Heading to the bottom of the sixth, the Mets have jumped out on top of the Phillies 5-3. In the bottom of the seventh, the White Sox have taken a 4-0 lead over the Royals. In the top of the fifth, Brewers lead the Diamondbacks 6-3. And the first pitch into Abrams is ball one. Hill is staying on the bump. And the pitch is a line drive into right field. Caballero takes the ball and shoots it in. Caballero is taking over for Giancarlo Stanton. I need a soundbite, huh, Cold Italian? All right, I'll see what I can do. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Garcia. Garcia is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. So maybe we can get Garcia the hat trick. And the pitch is on the way, and it is way out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And for those just hopping in the stream, if you could, hit the like button, share the channel out. And it looks like Duvall is warming up in the bullpen. And Hill sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is waved at for strike 3. And Garcia goes down on strikes. And Josh Bell is up to bat. Hill sets, and the pitch is just off plate. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is chopped to McMahon, who shoots it to Jazz, and Jazz bounce passes it to Goldie for a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Good defense from our New York Yankees this evening as we head to the 7th inning stretch. Bottom half of the inning is going to have Judge, Bellinger, and Caballero coming up to bat. And the United States Air Force in the house. And Sergeant Ryan Rickard served in the Air Force during Vietnam. Thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate your sacrifice for this nation. And Jake, Stanton and Judge deserve a ring. Yeah, you're not going to get an argument out of me on that one, brother. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. If you like play-by-plays, open panels, and challenging questions that get asked in the form of videos, this is the place that you want to be. And for all of you that are here this evening, I want to thank you for taking the time to, on your busy Tuesday night, to watch a little bit of baseball and hear play-by-play. Appreciate you being here. Without you, there wouldn't be a channel, so thank you. So how are we feeling about the game now, fellas, guys and gals? Yo, 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 what do you know? And it looks like former Yankee farmhand Clayton Beater is replacing Orlando Ribalta. Clayton Beeter has a 7.11 ERA. And the first pitch to the captain, wow, should have been called strike one, but they said it's a ball. Caught the top of the corner. Judge is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk and a run scored in the third inning. And Beeter sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. The Yankees moved Beeter at the trade deadline for Arbed Rosario. And Beeter sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is hammered foul. Count is 2-1. Cody Bellinger is on deck. And Beeter sets, fires, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is evened at deuce. And in Judge traditional fashion, he takes time out on his 2-strike count. And Beeter sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is way off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Beeter sets, and Judge waves at a pitch that is way off the plate, and he is down on strikes. And Beeter sets, and he bounce passes the pitch to Bellinger. Count is 1-0. Bellinger is 2 for 2 with a double A walk and 2 runs scored tonight. And Beeter sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Beeter sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is 2-1. Beeter sets, and Belly fouls this one off. Count is even at deuce. And the pitch is fouled off again. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Beeter sets. And this pitch is fouled off. Cat's awfully quiet. And Beeter sets. Pitch is on the way, and Belly fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the 8th pitch of the at bat. And the 2-2 is off the plate. Count is now full. What are you eating, Bill? And the pitch is popped up. Looks like House is going to make the play in foul territory for the second out. And coming up to bat is Jose Caballero, his first at bat of the night. And Caballero shows bunt. Ball is in the dirt. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is up out of the strike zone. And the 2-0 is inside, so that is 3-0. And the pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. And the pitch is off the plate for ball 4. And Caballero works the walk as he strips his gear off. He's heading to first base. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. He walked in the 6th inning. He is 0 for 2. That's what I'm hoping for. And the pitch is off the plate. And the pitcher and the pitch is down low for ball 2. And the pitch is in there for call. Strike 1. And Caballero takes off while the runner is on the mound. The pitch isn't even thrown, and Caballero takes off. So that is his 41st stolen base of the year. And the count is 3-1 on Grisham. And the pitch Wow, should have been called a strike, but it's called ball 4. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate to McMahon. Count is 1-0. Beater is at 26 pitches. McMahon is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and McMahon takes a huge cut. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-1 to McMahon. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is, wow. That one looked like it painted the inside of the corner, but it is called a ball. Count is now 3-2. Lenny, we are the second wild card, and the pitch is fouled off. Third place wild card team is the Mariners, and I do not believe that they have started their game yet. They don't start. The Mariners don't start till 9:40. The first team that is outside the wild card race are the Royals, and they're losing 4-0 in the 8th. And the pitch is way inside for ball 4, and McMahon is going to take a walk. So now the bases are juiced full of Yankees, and it looks like there is a conference with Beater on the mound. Beater is at 32 pitches. Should I go with a ribeye steak? I'm on the East Coast. What time is it? It's 9:41, so it's a little bit late. Is that a little too heavy to eat for a meal? Like I said, we have a lot of leftovers. I've done a lot of cooking over the week, and everybody comes in. And I forgot to mention, fried rice was another option. And Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the 6th. So the Yankees going to break this one wide open. Jazz is up. And it is an elevator shaft home run. It is sky high in the infield, and Abrams is going to make the play right at second base. So that'll do it for the Yankees in the top of the bottom of the 7th. Coming up to bat in the top of the 8th is going to be Abrams, Cruz, and House. And the option, Bill, ribeye steak is great. Should I slice it thinly and saute some peppers and onions and make myself a steak sandwich? And personally, fried rice is great with everything. So being being my mother was Korean and ate a lot of Asian food and definitely love that stuff. For all of you just hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Do the same. Yep, that's a good one too. I know if I was asking Joe, he'd go with the pasta all the way. And it looks like Camilo Duvall is coming into the game. In Duvall's 10 games with the Yankees, his ERA is a 6.48. So hopefully he can get it together. And Duvall sets and fires, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. That was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Adams is 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a walk. And Duvall sets and he fires. Pitch is just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. That pitch was 101 miles an hour. Duvall sets and fires, and the pitch is foul straight back. Count is 1-2. And that was 100-mile-an-hour cutter. So Duvall has definitely got some freaking velo on his pitches. And Duvall sets. Pitch is way up high and ends up going all the way to the backstop. Count is evened at 2-2. Yeah, Lenny, that's what I was sort of thinking. A little bit late for steak. Understood. We had some leftover taco stuff, so I had a taco salad for lunch. Clean that up. And the pitch is on the way, and that one is another 100-mile-an-hour cutter that is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Duvall sets, and the pitch is hit foul. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the 7th pitch of the at bat. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, if you could, hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, and the pitch is in there for call, strike 3. Wells drops it, and he fires to Goldie to complete the strikeout. That is 1 down. Dylan Cruz is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night, has a walk, and has been hit by a pitch. We have one more game left in this series. Game starts at 1:05 tomorrow. We'll be on Yes Network. And directly after that game, we're off to Chicago. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Duvall sets. And the pitch is a cutter inside. Count is even at 1-1. You know, Bill, hot sauce makes everything better. Of course, that comes from my military time when I used to put hot sauce on everything except for peanut butter and jelly. And the pitch is on the way, and it is way off the strike zone, but it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Hot sauce on eggs, hot sauce on potatoes, hot sauce on any meat that was prepared, particularly chicken. And the 1-2 is hammered to right field. Caballero makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Brady House. He is 0 for 3 on the night with a pop out and 2 strikeouts. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. All right. Twins just tied the game with the Jays. Outstanding. And the pitch is on the way. And it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Well, Bill, Yarborough had a rehab start at AAA. He went 4 2/3 innings and had 63 pitches. And the pitch is just off the plate and high. Count is 1-2. I am 6'1.5" and I weigh 190 pounds, so I don't need to lose weight. My doctor says optimally I should be 180. But if I weighed 180 pounds, I couldn't hold my britches on my ass anymore. I'd have to get a rope to tie them up. Coming up in the bottom of the 8th for the Yankees is going to be Volpe, Wells, and Goldschmidt. During my military time, the highest that I ever weighed was 205. My norm was about 195 or so, and like I says, I'm at 190 now. Any pasta? Yeah, that's not bad. Other things that I like to eat, and it looks like, fuck, I can't even pronounce that name. Linkington is coming in for Beater. I love eating olives. Yeah, steroids do a number on you. With my shoulder injuries, they put me on steroids, and that's why I got up to 205. I was at 175 before then. Wow, Phillies tied the Mets up. Looking like it's a comeback night. I'm not hoping to see that trend here with the Nationals. And Pilkington has a 5.52 ERA. Opponents are only hitting 226 against them. He's a left-hander. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball down low for ball one. And for those of you in the stream, if you haven't, and Volpe chops the first pitch foul. Count is 1-1. Volpe is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. It looks like Bednar is warming up in the pen. And Volpe hits a shot into center field. And Young is back, but he is going to make the play on the warning track. So Volpe gave it a little bit of a charge, but could not make the distance. And the pitch is a curveball in there for strike one against Wells. Wells is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Hey Joe, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. And Plankton sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Plankton sets. Pitch is on the way, and it catches the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is just down low. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is in the dirt. It is swung on and missed. So that is a strikeout for Wells. And the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. For those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you have not hit the like button, hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Plankton sets, and the pitch is just off the plate for Goldie. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is hit to the shortstop, a one bounce hopper that is fielded and by Abrams and shot to Bell at first to end the eighth inning, heading to the top of the ninth. Looks like Bednar is coming into the game, and he is going to face Hassel, Young, and Wood. Let's go Yankees. And let's check our scoreboard. See, the Red Sox beat the Orioles 5-0. Guardians beat the Rays 3-0. The Braves clubberhawked the Marlins 11-2. As you know, the Yankees are leading 5-1 in the eighth. They are in the top of the ninth, and the Twins and Jays are locked up at 4 apiece. In the top of the eighth, the Phillies and the Mets are locked up at 5 apiece. In the top of the ninth, the White Sox lead the Royals 4-2. In the top of the seventh, the Brewers lead the Diamondbacks 8-3. In the middle or in the bottom of the eighth, Pirates lead the Cardinals 8-3. In the bottom of the seventh, the Rangers lead the Angels 6-0. In the top of the seventh, the Rockies are beating the Astros 6-1. In the middle of the first, the Padres are clubber hawking the Mariners 5-0. So that's a good thing for us. The Cubs and the Giants are in the bottom of the first. The score is 0-0. And the Tigers and the Athletics start at 10:05, and the Dodgers and the Reds start at 10:10. And the first pitch from Bednar is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And for those that haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Bednar sets and fires in. Looks like he painted the outside corner, but it is called a ball once again. Count is even at 1-1. Bednar sets and fires, and the curveball is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And Bednar sets, and he fires, and the pitch is just high. Count is evened at 2-2. However, Hassel should already be sat down on strikes. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Young, 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts, so maybe we can give him a hat trick. I want to extend my appreciation to everyone who took time to listen to a little bit of baseball here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. It is most appreciated. And the first pitch from Bednar is down low for ball one. And he sets, fires, and the fastball is fouled straight back. Count is evened at 1-1. Really, Hoffman got hammered? And Bednar sets and pitches, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And the 1-2 is wow. It paints the outside corner, but it is not called strike three. But the shitty umpiring this night is continued to be consistent. And Bednar sets and pitches, and the curveball is down. Count is now 3-2. And the 3-2 paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike three. That was 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Batter, swing. And let's see, Ken, you're going to think that I'm crazy, but I feel like the Yankees and the Red Sox play in the wild card round. Clearly, the Red Sox have the advantage, but it would be strategic to make the third wild card instead of the second. Well, that is a strategy. And the first pitch to Wood is inside for ball one. Count is 1-0. For those of you just hopping in our stream, we're in the top of the ninth. The Yankees lead the Nationals 5-1. And Bednar sets, and the pitch is grounded to Jazz. Jazz feels it and shoots it to first for the third out. And that is the ball game. The Yankees win it 5-1. Courtesy of Giancarlo Stanton, who drove in all 5 runs tonight. Bases clearing double and a 2-run homer. Obviously, player of the game. So the Yankees are doing all right. We're winning the games that we should win, and hopefully we continue that with a series sweep tomorrow night. I want to thank everyone for being here in the stream. And before you leave and I shut the stream down, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Joe from NY Yankee Mania is going to be holding a post-game review. So I recommend on hopping over to his stream. Should have some definite interesting content. And you're right, Bill. The Yankees do control their own destiny and could be a division winner. Tomorrow afternoon's 105 game will be on Yes Network. And Joe and Evan from NY Yankee Mania will be doing the play-by-play for that. I may hop in and give them a hand. Wednesday is my bowling night. And the Twins are beating the Blue Jays 7-4. So that is a good thing for us. I'm going to end with Let's Go Yankees. And we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great evening. And thank you.